From the first stories told in firelit caves to the electronically recorded messages of deep space, we leave the 20th century with no regrets. Time bends, space is boundless, and when humanity gasps its last, all that will remain, if anything, will be the theater of tomorrow. Tonight's production is Kennedy Roundhouse Moon Detective.
2 councilmen, a lounge singer, a conspiracy, and me. I feel like I bought a puzzle out of a discount bin, and none of the pieces fit. Like a hand-me-down suit. Only thing to do is find the corners and try to put it together from there. Of the puzzle, I mean. A bad suit never fits right. It also doesn't have any corners. Kind of the shoulders, if it's an old-fashioned suit. The kind of old-fashioned suit powerful men wear. Men like Councilman DeWitt and Kingsley. My first corner. The only lead I have is something vague about the water supply. My next stop, then, my next corner piece, is to get wet.
Kennedy, the usual, as usual?
Not today, Nick. I'm working a case. Gotta ask questions down at the water processing unit. Just a beer and a shot to wet my beak.
Coming up. Still working Miss DeWitt's case?
Not sure what I'm working, Nick. She told me to stop looking into it.
So why not leave it? You got it stuck to your gumshoe, huh?
Good thing pouring a drink is easier than crafting metaphors.
People expect a bartender to be colorful.
And a gumshoe is a cop, Nick. I'm a private eye.
Right. If you come up dry at water processing, a lady came in here asking for your services. Something about her mom.
Find out what she wants. And what she wants to pay. I'll be in later.
You got it, Kennedy.
Anytime I take a family case, the answer is someone died, someone stole, or it turns out they're not actually family. No matter which way you slice it, all blood is bad blood. I'll stick to water, thanks. You can sneak into almost any building as long as no one knows who you are. Do it all the time in this line of work. Getting into the water processing plant should be as easy. Then you'll have about 20 minutes before you get kicked out or arrested. Sometimes doing what I do means you have to be an actor, and a bad review means curtains. I pull my gloves a little tighter at the wrists.
Excuse me, ma'am. Water processing plant's off limits to all private citizens without special permit or appointment. Can I have your name, please?
No, but I'll give you 5 bluebacks to let me look around for half an hour.
Well,
All right, you silver-tongued devil. 10 for 20 minutes. Of course, the best way in is just to throw money at somebody who doesn't have any. I can't act for shit anyway. It's hot. Everything labeled with directions and warnings. It's all pipes and basins. I decide to follow the biggest pipe. Okay, I'm not an engineer or a water worker. I need to find someone in a hard hat and give them the evil eye till they spill something.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Perfect. I'm Heather Oswald. I'm here for a surprise inspection of this facility.
No, you're Kennedy Roundhouse. You bribed Sammy, and because he has a gambling problem, he let you in. And now I'm keeping an eye on you till the police show up.
Shit. Did I interview you about 6 years back?
Yeah.
Right. Still working here, huh?
Yeah, I know how to keep my job.
Dick. Fair enough. Where does that pipe come out?
Several miles outside the city. The reserves. Emergencies.
Right. You ever seen him?
I don't work the reserves.
Who does?
I don't know.
But you know, Sammy, the security guard, has a gambling problem. You're not lying to me, so someone's lying to you. Either way, I gotta go.
No, I can't let you go.
You gonna knock me down?
The police are on their way.
They know where I live. I don't want to be in the crater anymore. I try to walk out, but the ground is too soft and too dry. I don't like it. I want out right now. I try to run toward the ridge, toward old Earth. I won't make it. Feels like none of us will, but I don't see anyone else. Fell asleep on the train. I must have been making noise because all eyes are on me. I try to ignore him and reach my bottle. It's on my nightstand, and it's as empty as my bed anyway.
Bad dreams?
Just the one.
The crater dream? You still get those?
Doesn't everybody?
Sure. I just haven't had one in a few years. I thought maybe... I don't know.
Yeah. Lucky you, I guess.
Kennedy, the usual, as usual?
Yeah, and another bottle for the road.
Oof, 2 bottles in as many days. Your case is either going swell or going terrible. Or something in between.
It is definitely going one of those 3 ways. Have the cops shown up yet?
Guess the case isn't going so swell then.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Officer Felder, and I'm looking for a woman called Kennedy Roundhouse.
She lives down the block. Close the door, you're letting all the light in.
I was here all afternoon.
You know I don't lie to cops, Kennedy.
It's barely a lie. I'm in here all the time.
It was made clear to me that I might have better luck finding Miss Roundhouse if I started.
Sorry,
here.
pal. I get on the cops' bad side, and there goes the whole operation. No more Earthshine. No more Nikki.
You own this bar?
Yes, sir. Nikki Nontadopoulos.
And are you familiar with Miss Roundhouse, Mr. Nontadopoulos?
Yes, sir, I am. This is she right here.
Thanks, Nick.
You know why I'm looking for you, Miss Roundhouse.
Hey, I'm a good detective, but not that good. Give me a clue and a deposit and I'll see what I can do.
You want to tell me about the water processing plant?
It's a big gray building on the edge of town. They process all our water. Only a 20-minute walk from the last train stop.
You want to tell me what you were doing there today?
Not me. I've been here all day because I'm a lousy alcoholic. Tell him, Nick.
Ah, don't say that, Kennedy. You're a great alcoholic. Never misses a day, this girl.
I see. So are you saying to me right now, Mr. Nontadopoulos, that Miss Roundhouse has been in your bar all day?
Look, Felder,
Shut up, Roundhouse. Let's hear it, Nontadopoulos. You got something to say to me?
She may not have. That is to say, I wouldn't swear to it that I've seen her in this building all day. But I'm serving other drinkers, getting bottles from the back. I can't keep track of everyone.
And for how long today do you suppose you didn't keep track of Miss Roundhouse? Or maybe you'd rather show me exactly what's in those bottles in the back that have you too distracted to keep track of everyone.
All right, Felder, ease off. No, I wasn't in here all day. I stepped out for a bit.
And where did you step out to?
She was with me.
And where was that, Miss...
Lin Yaofang.
What is your relationship with Miss Roundhouse, Miss Fang?
Private. I met Kennedy here, late in the morning. We talked, we drank, we stopped talking, went back to her place, and now we are here again.
What exactly did you and Miss Roundhouse talk about?
That is also private. I understand you came here to ascertain Kennedy's whereabouts this afternoon. I have just given them to you. You may arrest us both, leave us alone, or I will take this up in a more official capacity with your captain.
I don't know why these people are hiding you from me, Roundhouse, but sooner or later they'll stop. And once you're out in the open, I'm putting you in the dust.
What was that all about?
You're welcome.
And don't take it personally, Lynn. She's just a bastard. Kennedy, this is who I was telling you about earlier.
Pretty sure I would have remembered if you had mentioned a gorgeous as... Oh, hell. This is the woman who has the thing with the mom, right?
Lin Yaofang, Miss Roundhouse. My mother is Dr. Bao Fang.
I don't care.
Her health has been declining for months, and now I'm afraid her mind may be in ruin.
Look, Miss Fang, I appreciate you helping me out back there, and I'm sorry your mom's not doing well. But I don't take family cases. If you want a drink, or need your boyfriend followed or something, I'd be glad to pay you back for saving my skin, but that's it.
I'll take a drink then.
Great. Nick, stack me up and give Miss Fang whatever her lips desire.
What is the most expensive drink you serve?
I have a pretty expensive Earthshine somewhere in the back, real thick. You get tipsy just smelling it.
Bring me a bottle of that, please.
I don't know what kind of point you're trying to make, but this is exactly the kind of garbage only gets taken out when it's a family case. Have a good night, Miss Fang.
My mother has said nothing but your name since yesterday morning, Miss Roundhouse. And I want to know why.
I look at her. Hard. Never seen her before today. And I would remember. She's the kind of beautiful makes you feel like you're taking a cold drink on a hot day. Like your eyes are supposed to be looking at her. I want to go sit in the corner and work on my puzzle, but something tells me Lin Yao is bringing me another corner piece. Let's go see her.
Now? I just got a bottle.
Bring it. I'm gonna need it.
Are you so sure?
I always need it.
Ms. Roundhouse, I'll skip asking you to make yourself at home if you will skip the sharp deflection.
Sharp deflections are the only way I can feel at home.
Of course. She is through here. Mama, 大使在这里. Kennedy Roundhouse.
Dr. Feng, do you know anything about the moon's water supply, a conspiracy involving former Councilman DeWitt or Kingsley, or anything at all about the woman named Mandy DeWitt, formerly Mandy Licks?
Kennedy Roundhouse.
Oh shit, that's right.
That is all she has said for almost...
Yeah, I remember. I forgot, but now I remember. Dr. Feng, how lucid do you feel? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know who I am?
Kennedy Roundhouse.
Okay. How about this? If you understand where you are or what's happening, walk over to your daughter.
Kennedy Roundhouse.
If you understand that I am Kennedy Roundhouse,
Kennedy
I'd like you to take my hand.
Roundhouse. She hasn't been lucid for some time now. Ms. Roundhouse, it's time for you to tell me what you know. Roundhouse.
I have a few questions first.
Then let's open that bottle.
What is Dr. Feng a doctor of?
Sociology.
What did she teach?
Mostly sociology. But she hasn't taught a class in almost a year.
Why not?
Her mind began to fade. The doctors could not diagnose her.
Yeah, sure. Doctors.
Am I boring you, Ms. Roundhouse?
I hadn't heard of you or your mother until an hour ago, but she starts saying my name the moment I get a new case that's actually an old case. This has to be connected. I can feel it. I can't see how, but I can feel the connection. It's staring right at me.
My mother often spoke of connections. She was beginning research on a book before her illness took her focus. She believed there is a shared connection between all living beings, a common source of information that is passed from one subject to another over great distances, soundlessly. Her book was to be a dissection and exploration of the moon dream and its connective source.
The moon dream? The crater dream?
She does not believe it is a cultural or socially induced shared experience. She believes everyone on the moon has had the dream, and she believes it is significant.
So do I.
You believe my mother may be correct?
I believe the dream is your mom's connection to the rest of my case.
You are very good at responding to questions without answering them, Ms. Roundhouse. Is that a professional skill, or something you use to protect yourself from others?
Protecting myself from others is a professional skill, Ms. Feng. The water supply, Councilman DeWitt, and now the moon dream. I've got 3 corners. If I get one more, I can solve the case. Something's telling me I don't want to solve the case. Something's telling me to leave the corner alone. The only corner I should concern myself with is the corner my bar's on. Mandy already paid for the case.
Consider my question.
She doesn't want it solved.
Consider it a statement.
So why am I stretched out on the pavement?
Then consider why no one has ever questioned that statement.
That's right, it's not the case. It's not the money, it's the digging.
I know enough to know there is something to know worth knowing.
It's rattling the cage.
I know. I won't be allowed to know it.
It's not about the truth. It's not about righteous lines drawn across black and white sand. It's not about making peace with yourself or your past or with gods that watch unblinking and passively cruel.
I am married to George DeWitt.
It's about taking down the gatekeepers,
Ms. Roundhouse.
dragging them across the black and white sand and rubbing their faces in it until we're all the same shade of gray.
One of the
gray is the moon.
Men in charge.
Gray is the goddamned moon.
Consider the question mark a period.
A period is just the precursor to an ellipses, Miss Licks.
Leave it alone.
Not on your life.
Leave it all alone, Kennedy Roundhouse.
If it's the last useful thing I do in my life, I'm gonna find out what's going on and who's pulling these strings. If I have to stare down the sun itself and sink into the dust with the city behind me, forgetting me and cursing me, I will sink into hell a happy woman. Nick, I'll have the usual, as usual. I'm fired up tonight.
That's so, Roundhouse?
Officer Felder, nice to see you again. We really shouldn't let so much time go by between visits. It makes catching up a nightmare.
Ken.
Shut up, Nikki.
Will you stop bullying my bartender? If you bully him, then I don't get to.
I'm gonna need you to come with me.
Didn't we do this already?
Where were you all night?
Locked in a box wrestling God. What do you care?
Don't make me threaten to take you in for the bottle in your pocket, Roundhouse. Answer the question.
I was with Ms. Fang. Her mom can vouch for me.
We have 2 witnesses that put you at the water treatment plant today, which makes Miss Fang guilty of obstructing justice and a nasty liar.
Okay. Busted. I did go to the water treatment plant today. You are one ace police hound. Can't you just roll the trespassing charge into the next thing you arrest me for?
Sure, Roundhouse. Well, trespassing to the homicide charge.
Homicide?
Ken, Mandy Licks was killed a few hours ago. She's dead.
Looks like I found my 4th corner.
The Theater of Tomorrow was created by Andy Hamer and Travis McMaster. Kennedy Roundhouse, Moon Detective, was created by Mario Colley. Words by Travis McMaster. This production was fortunate in securing the services of Kelly Ninoltowski, Krista Lewis, Mark Witten, Chuty 2, Paul Getz, Josh Monk, Heather Monk, and E.K. Dagenfield. Broadcast in beautiful Los Angeles, California at the L.A. Studio Bricks showroom. The L.A. Studio Bricks showroom can be accessed on the connectitubes at www.cglewis.com. That's www.cglewis.com. Join us next time for another thrilling episode of Kennedy Roundhouse, Moon Detective!
Tonight's production was a work of fiction produced entirely for the Theater of Tomorrow.